Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain. I'm returning to Shadows of Forbidden Gods. We're doing Mammon. I'm not looking forward to this, I'm going to be completely honest. I was going to go through all of them in order, but Mammon has been requested. The wealth of man, the spirit of the mountain, came into existence when an ancient nation which fueled its wealth by digging deep into the mountains held a 7-day-long festival to celebrate its prosperity. Unknown to them, the emotions gathered by this festival were a catalyst. The dances and the ceremonies working like a ritual, the chants calling to something new. As the festival ended, people looked to their possessions and where they once found peace in knowing they had enough, now they found pride in having more than others, and pain in knowing that others had more than them, consuming them with grief and envy. Yes, we essentially are going to have a very, very slow run here. I've never tried it with mods, so hopefully we'll get some greedy and selfish people who will make our powers actually useful. If you get anyone who doesn't like money, you are screwed, because you can't move. You are essentially a living mountain that eats people to gain power. Eat too many people, you get people raiding you and stealing all the gold out of you. Once all the gold's out of you, you're dead. So I will set this up, and it may take me several tries, but we'll eventually get a start that might actually be doable. And lest I forget, just a few things I should have covered. Okay, we both have menace and profile. Expanding our influence will cause it to raise. However, we need to devour people to break the seals, rather than breaking with time. So sometimes you can spend the whole game having next to no powers and getting them all at once. Or you can try and rush early, but make yourself a big target forever. Okay, and your powers and maximum power correspond to the number of humans covered by your influence. The more you spread, the more we get. There's greed and decadence as well. So Mammon really works well with insanity or anything else that causes unrest and destruction, because you have greedy and decadent as the two main things you can inflict upon rulers. The greedy hate the decadent and will either start causing political unrest. If they're a duke or under a decadent king or a queen, at least we can devour their sins and then have extra seal breaking process. And also we have a unique win condition where if we have 100% gold and are fully awakened, we automatically win. None of this waiting around nonsense. Now this is a core example of a pretty trashy start. We are surrounded by elves. They will not help us with trade. We have a fort there, and you will always have at least one city. But what I need is to be away from elves. I might even just turn elves off for this one. But one thing I should mention as well, there's been quite a few patches since my last playthrough. There's a lot of bug fixes. Insanity has been buffed, which is good, because one of the main things that aids Mammon, because you want wars, is playing the old Coasts of Madness route. Maybe not so many deep ones, because deep ones may screw up your trade routes, because we need to basically connect via trade routes along here. Now I will just use this as an example, and also get my own query answered. Can trade routes go through elvish settlements? Oh, there we go. This one I don't like. It's not very clear. Have we got anything down here? Well, they can go through the elvish settlement. Alright, I may not be absolutely screwed here. It's still pretty trash. I might try it anyway. When you start a map and this is the first thing you see, this gives me hope. Interesting. Okay, we get rid of that. Where are we? You're supposed to be default at least one city. That's a fortress. That is not a city. That is hills. That is useless. It's also got a unicorn in it, which will screw me. We're near elves on one side. I wonder if elves on the other side. Great! This is like the 8th one I've started now, and I'm starting to think that the first one was the best. Which just wastes the bomb. Oh, no, this is useless. Oh my god, is there any people alive in this world? I mean, if I was on one of the islands, I could rush this, because I could just eat everyone on the island. But, no. Here we go again. And now you see the problem with Mammon from the very start. He's not a powerful god, and you are you could be crippled by just a poor starting position. Now this, after many rolls, is an interesting start. There's a lot of orcs on this map. We already have a large scale amount of death, and one of the main ways for Mammon to win is the magic rush. So that might be one way to go. We also have 2 orc camps either side of us, which is a bit of a pain. But I don't imagine they're going to do too well. And I have this fairy here that messes with heroes, so that could be useful. That could actually be defensive. I'm right next to the entrance. Well, if I need to get a acolyte out there, I can warp myself somewhere random. And honestly, all these sort of connect through here. If the orcs do manage to take any of these, I can maybe turn the holy sites to my advantage. Neither of them are faiths, but that's the last whisperer. So I need to check my faiths next, I think, just to know what other gods I'm up against. So what divinity we have? The Gracious Father, he likes life, dislikes orcs, so don't help the orcs. He is very much towards the humans. He doesn't like the Abyssal Faiths. They'll be wiping out the Deep Ones. There's a lot of preachers, and they'll cure plague. That could be a bit of a problem, because one of the things I wanted to do was to start sorting, causing plague to get a load of death, because I might have to go with the wizardy route here. So witches, neutral, less likely to attack other faiths. That's fine. We'll like to give my guys funds. We'll be clearing death up. That's a bit annoying, but do have dark worship, so I might have to get rid of that one if I just choose to influence them. And how about the other circle? Safety and ignorance. They're going to be trying to destroy arcane secrets and potentially attacking mages. That's interesting. Elder power worship is useful. They don't like other races. So the witches, very corruptible. Each with their own different bit of a dogma. Now, let's have a look. The Infinite Star just likes life. Likes magic knowledge. Actually, Last Whisperer might be my friend then if I start getting lots of magic knowledge. Likes life, likes life. Yep, no one hates madness, so I won't be having problems there. In fact, you even like deep ones. So, what do we have to pick from the start? We have Priceless Gift. Gained an random artifact level item. In a location under Muffin's control could generate free gold. I think slowly generating gold would be a nice one. And our first jobs are going to be infiltrating the holy site. The catacombs could be useful, potentially, if I just double check my challenges. I always forget what you can do there. Local actions. Well, muster defences because they're worried about the orcs. So greed will not be the thing they're doing around here. But yes, I don't think there's much I can do in the catacombs that much. But it makes it easy to infiltrate these high security cities. That will have to be a spot as well. Because we do want some of our darkness to spread along here. It's going to be a slow start, but we've got an agent. Now, we do not want to be starting a magic run early. That is a route to failure. That is always going to be an issue. Now, let's check where our libraries are, because we will need those. I really wish there was some catacombs around here. No, I can't see any. So, let's go what I was originally going to do. Modifier... Oh no. Points of interest. That's the one. We want libraries. How many libraries are there on this map? Oh goody. They're all in the same spots. I mean, there's 2 there. I could give myself a nice early run going this way. I'm going to start doing some planning. And then I'll pick my agent. I have made a plan. Now, this is not the best situation I could ask for. There's a lot of elves. They take a lot to Inshadow. But this whole section here is faithless. That is perfect for manipulation. And, yep, completely faithless. So what we're going to do, We're going to get our agent over here. We're just going to head in there. We're going to hit this coven. It's not the one I'd prefer, but we can get this whole corner underneath our thumb, basically. So we're going to do law because that will help us to start. Because what I need to do is we're going to infiltrate them. Then we'll influence them. And with this circle, now we will have to hit preachers straight off the bat, as always. Because we just can't really help it. The indulgences will help. That would be nice. Dark worship's also good. I don't think they had anything else that was particularly strong. No, so that will basically slowly screw this whole area up. Once everyone's converted, we could then have them slowly grow and shadowed. My alternative plans was down here, because this island doesn't really have much going for it, only 3 tiny kingdoms. But the problem I have here is they have these seats of holy orders, and they've got strong faith already. And over here was very tempting to get a death mage set up, started, but that would mean having to essentially start over here, because this is where all the libraries were, then going over, and by the time I've done that, all this built-up death is probably going to end. There is unfortunately not many examples of catacombs around the place, so that's going to be an issue. And honestly, the only thing I can do really around here is corrupt these holy sites, or first convert them, get the catacombs maybe, because I have yet to understand what that will actually do. I mean, what we go. Alright, we can basically rob them. What's our powers? As a reminder, there may have been an improvement here. Grow influence. Yeah, must be on a trade line. Adjacent to our influence. So we don't have any expansion, unfortunately, just yet. Profile will reduce over time. Devour sin. We need to essentially eat people. I need them at war and under the effects of greed. Call of the Mountain basically summons people to eat. Shadow Market basically causes greed. It's not great. The Shadow Markets is smuggling and kind of interact with one another, and I have found it very difficult to really get it going. But I'll try my best to essentially have a decent run here. Mammon's one of those I still haven't quite understood all of his mechanics, and it's just the way it's explained is not very good. At very least, there is a little bit of unrest here, with rulers not liking their kings, and it might be one of those where they'll do the job for me, hopefully. At least, at the very least, if this could stay a civil warring mess, I might have to go and poke it myself. The only problem is, where's she gone? Well, there was a hero around here. And the chosen one is a mediator. There she is. So she's going to be trying to reduce unrest and getting people to be friendly. Well, as long as she's not trying to kill me, that's fine. And as long as she's not raising awareness. She doesn't seem to be aware of me yet, but I'm sure that will change soon enough. And this is what nature sanctuaries do. Okay. They increase habitability next to areas unless someone plunders it. Where does he put that? Oh, that's pretty good, because if those increase, that might make these areas turn into villages. That would actually make this place worthwhile doing something with. Now, this is fun. Before we started, someone had been killed up north, and that's caused a lot of strife within their family. This guy has now got 50 enshadowment, gaining a liking for Discord, bartering for access. Go away. I don't have money. Yes, I know about that. So that's up in this corner. It's just a little village, but dislike gold, dislikes religion, dislike mages. God, that's no good. Well, you're out of the way. You'll be causing unrest and panic. What I don't like is this unicorn. Guardian Spirit has the potential to absolutely screw me. And there's a lot of all of this counts as wardens. It's already started putting down wards. I need to kill it somehow, but it's got fairies and 7 hit points, a chunk of attack and defense. Unicorns are not easy to kill. The Chosen One's now aware with little I can do, and I think for the unicorn, if I get enough shadow around here, I might be able to corrupt it. As it stays in the wilderness, it will eventually pick up more and more shadow, and corrupt unicorns will actually really help me out. Now this is very interesting and might have a major change. Turns out that after this guy hired a diplomat, his soul is shadowed, so maybe he'll get rid of some of the strife. And that's made him like orcs, which means he's less likely to declare war on orcs. I know there's a tribe, I think it's all the way down here though. Oh, fair enough, he's up here, unlikely to kick in then. But if the rule isn't shadowed, it's going to start slowly affecting those around him. And maybe next time I get a agent slot, I'll put it up here and aim for this abbey to try and corrupt it and make that just a shadowed area. Occultic bookstore. This is new. Okay, something browses the ways of a occult bookstore in the cathedral. Many of the volumes and terms are merely old and obscure, without significant insight to share between them. One book catches your agent's eye, not for its content, for its author, and for encrypting his works to keep his record the observations of geomagic energy shifts from falling into the wrong hands. We must have it. Haggle for it? No, we'll just take it. We'll convince this fool. Oh, you know what? Poison their words. I have spare power. I might as well use it. It's a mere cookbook, worth only a few dozen copies. Your agent tells the store owners because he agrees to sell it for such a price of lost no gold and gained challenge progress. Nice. They'll keep hating one another. We've infiltrated the holy site. That is wonderful. Wall of Shadows. Oh, the city's come under our influence. Excellent. That's what we want. That is indeed what we want. But how strong is our influence? Oh, there we go. It's just decadent. It's just become decadent. It's going down because prosperity is low. That doesn't help, so... Let's move here for now. We've got some money. Let's bribe the guards. And we've got a little bit of power. Oh, I haven't got any infiltration on it yet. Must be on a city. Alright. Unrest has risen to incredible levels in the cities over here. You like disease, you like a mage. You dislike the king. Dislike... Well, that person, disease, likes someone else. Alright. As much as seeing this person die would be hilarious, no, we want devastation. Devastation is high. Because, God, everyone hates that Duchess. They're all messing with her. Religious tensions. The orcs are already annoying the elves have come to hunt them. And very little has occurred other than that. Alright, you are going to have command. This is well needed. We've got the influence. Let's have a look. First thing we need is preachers. We just need you to start expanding your faith. Preachers and temple builders. It will all be good in the long run. It seems I can't have nice things. I already have people... reducing the shadow up here, which is very, very annoying. Because with the ruler in shadows, it was slowly creeping over here. I wonder if it's... yeah, it's even doing the city. So that's going nice, but it has triggered a big spree of warding over there. Now, meanwhile, down here, my shadow eventually creeps further, and there's just been everyone messing with the city. It's going to die. This city might just implode from the devastation. I mean, look at it. It will be entirely destroyed if it hits 300%. But unrest is just so high. Well, that's not so bad. I'm not having any trade with them right now, but it will lessen my influence. I'll have to figure something out.